Hey everybody, welcome to the Soap Thing Project, or if you've been here before, welcome back. Glad to have you today. Now this shave is going to be one that's satisfying yet simple. A lot of the best shaves usually are. We're going to use DentonMajik Bright. This is made in my home state of Michigan. I do believe it's made in or near Grand Rapids. Let's smell it. Now the scent on this, it says lemongrass, citrus, mint, and menthol. If the note breakdown is any different on paper, I will put it across the bottom of the screen for you. Otherwise, how do I describe this? If you've ever smelled Katie's Bubbles Siberian Sunrise, which I just did a top 5 video including this one, it smells an awful lot like this. Substantially similar, I would say. But I love the scent of this. It's got a great menthol kick. It's just a creamy kind of lemongrassy, minty smell. It's pretty straightforward. So that's going to be the soap we're going to use today. These are 4 ounces for about $14.99. It's got shea butter, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil. A lot of oils in this. Essential oils, glycerin, and menthol is what you can find in this as far as high quality ingredients. So DentonMajik Bright. The aftershave is going to be Versace Pour Homme, the aftershave version of Versace Pour Homme. Among other notes, this one's got neroli, lemon, clary sage, amber, and musk. A lot of people compare the scent on this to Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and I think that's a pretty good categorization of this. It's a kind of crisp and brisk, sporty aquatic scent, if you can call it that. So Versace Pour Homme for the aftershave. The razor is going to be the Wet Shaving Club Winning Razor. And you can get this from the Wet Shaving Club, made by Yates, for about $55 US, which is a really compelling price. Stainless steel. It doesn't say on their website what kind of stainless steel it is. A couple people have told me that it's 303. If that's true, then that's a pretty good steel to use on a razor. 303 is common, 316 is common. 303 is definitely no slouch. It's going to have good corrosion resistance properties, and it's definitely good to go. So, Wet Shaving Club Winning Razor. We're going to put a Big Ben Super Stainless blade in it. Why don't we just try one of those today? Big Ben Super Stainless blades. The brush has a really interesting story behind it. Here we have a Wolf Whiskers brush, and this is a Zydeco shape. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I gave it my best shot. And this is the Evergreen Abyss color theme. The interesting story is I had this made as a custom color combination, and Peter Wolf liked it so much that he made it a standard color offering on his website. It even says the first one on the inside of the box. So I got a special brush, I think. It's got a 24mm WWS 03 synthetic bulb, which is a tremendous synthetic bulb. I'm really impressed with how this synthetic knot performs. It's really incredible stuff. One of the rare circumstances where I really enjoy using a synthetic knot. Usually I could take them or leave them, but this is a good one. It's a darn good one. Wolf Whiskers brush. So let's take all this stuff. Let's do a shave. that was a bit of an easy lather, if I do say so myself. So let's wet the face, and then let's put on some Pereira white pre-post for the pre-shave today. Okay. This vegan soap base, I think it's vegan. Let me check real quick. Doesn't say. Either way, this base that the DentonMajik Bright is made in, Mark isn't going to like it when I say this, but I actually like this base much, much more than his Game Changer base. I think the Game Changer base was totally unnecessary and distracted from what was already a phenomenal soap base. It's kind of frustrating, to be perfectly honest with you, but such as it is. Pereira white, we have the DentonMajik Bright, brilliantly lathered into the Langley City Shave Bowl. Let's put it on. Hope everybody's doing well, having the greatest shaves humanly possible, with the most satisfying hardware and software possible. And if that's a can of Edge and a Mach 3, well, you do you, bro. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Wet Shaving Club winning razor with a Big Ben super stainless blades. Anthony Esposito swears by these, so we're going to see if they're any good. I don't think I've used these before, so let's give it a try. And there's a huge amount of menthol cooling going on right now. It's a big menthol kick. It feels pretty good. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. This is 30 hours growth, by the way. And the scent strength on this is an unapologetic 4 out of 5. Once lathered, it's a good scent strength. No problem smelling this. Now, I've talked about the scent of the soap, to about the extent that's really necessary. Let's talk about this razor, the Wet Shaving Club winning razor. In my opinion, this is a really big missed opportunity. Because on the one hand, it is a very affordable price point that's accessible to a lot of people at $55 for a USA-made razor in stainless steel. That's really uncommon, especially right now, with material costs being high and supply chain issues and inflation and all this other bullshit. But the problem with it is because of the way it's machined, because of the way it has to be machined, in order to make it affordable, in my opinion, it also makes it not super user-friendly, which is tragic. And what I'm talking about is the razor is really flat-sided. And I've talked about this before the last time I used it. What that does is it puts a lot of surface area on your face at once, which creates this almost abrasive kind of sucking and pulling sensation, on top of the fact that it's kind of aggressive, in my personal opinion. It's not horrible, but there's definitely some serious blade feel to this. Which is weird because it doesn't look like there's a ton of exposure, but I need to try some of the other razors that are made by Yates. Maybe the America razor or the Yates 921 doesn't have this problem. It's a perfectly usable razor, but you do kind of have to know what you're doing to overcome the kind of shortfalls of this of this razor and the way it's machined, it's really not the smoothest experience I've ever seen. Not by a long shot. Okay. Thankfully, I have a damn good soap base, and that is going to counteract the issues with the razor. And this stuff smells great. Man, this is another one that I'm going to miss. Going to Turkey and not being able to take everything with me, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be missed. And then who knows what all is going to... new releases or discontinuations. I'm going to miss a lot of stuff. I'm still 2 weeks out-ish. And I'm already starting to pull out my big duffel bags and start to pack everything that I'm not going to need for the next 2 weeks. That way I'm not frantically trying to pack all my stuff at the last possible second, because packing for being gone for 12 months, there's a lot of stuff that you think you can't live without. This blade feels pretty good. I'm gonna have to try it in a normal razor and see how it feels. It's definitely pretty forgiving considering what I've said about the razor. The blade in here, by the way, is torqued to such a degree that there's zero blade chatter. Like none at all. So it does have that going for it, if that matters to you. It's just not super comfortable. It's not unpleasant, but for a razor that is supposedly supposed to be geared towards people who are concerned about frugality or people who are new to wet shaving, this is not a great example of a razor you'd want to start out with, in my personal opinion. And some people probably aren't going to like that, but I'm telling you how I feel about it. If you don't like it, well, go play in traffic. Okay. And so far it feels pretty good. Like the fact that it's not super smooth kind of gives you the impression that it's going to be a rough shave, and so far it isn't. It's just off-putting in the way it shaves. That's probably the best way to describe it. I don't want to tell people it's a bad razor, don't buy it, but know what you're getting into with something like this. But if somebody new were coming along, had never tried wet shaving before, this razor is definitely not what I would toss at them straight out of the gate. Okay. I think that's about as close as we're going to get without causing some irritation. Let's wet the face and get this soap washed off and see how we did. Oh man, I do use cold water, and the cold water is reacting with the menthol on my face in a very pleasant way. Oh, really pleasant. This is one of the most satisfying shaving soap and aftershave combinations I've ever found. It really is quite a refreshing experience. There's a nick right about there, but as far as face feel, residual slickness and post-shave feel feels pretty good. And it's about as close as I usually get. Yeah, this is good. Let's do the Pereira falling apart on me alum block and see how that is reacting to it. Ooh, a little bit of stinging around here. And I think that's it. Just stinging like in a circular area right around here. Which there's a nick there, so you would expect that. Okay. Let's come back for the aftershave. Okay, here we have the Versace Homme aftershave bottle. Screw off cap. And no rev limiter, so you better be careful or you're going to peel out catastrophically. Put your finger over top of it, let just a little bit up. Ooh, a lot of it in my case. Okay. Oh, this aftershave feels amazing. See if you can find this on FragranceNet, Fragrance X, get it at a discount. It's a really compelling buy at that price because it leaves this refreshing kind of menthol-like effect on your face. Like my face just feels like $1,000,000 right now. You know, who would have thought that this kind of combination, you put them together and it's just a recipe for the most refreshing shave I think I've ever seen. It's pretty phenomenal. I know I tend to say that about a lot of things, but this shave is... I've used this combination a few times before and it's just excellent. Okay, my final thoughts on DentonMajik Bright. If I exhausted this to an empty tub, would I buy it again? Most definitely I would. And here's the thing. I really hope this is not going out of production because I haven't seen it around lately. I remember seeing it at... I can't remember what vendor had a few of them laying around, so I'm not going to spit out a name and be wrong about it, but just search around a little bit. Mark did say that he was going to make these again, so please do so, because if you don't, you're freaking losing your mind. And that's all I'm going to say about it. It's a phenomenal scent, phenomenal performer. I've said what I'm going to say about it. It's a darn good soap. Okay, that'll be the shave for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.